Hi everyone, it's Kathy Maxon. We are going to be making another wreath. This one's going to be a flower. It's also going to be using the shelf liner. This method, it's going to be the Dean Michael petal fold with a twist. This has been going around. I've seen some, it puts a vein. We're going to heat seal we're going to fold it in half and we're going to heat seal it. Well, I'm going to use my straightening iron. You can use a regular iron, but we're going to make like a vein in the petal. So the first time I saw this vein petal was Lori Franklin from Unique in the Creek. So I saw her do it. And then just recently, the actual flower that I'm going to make is from Carrie's, I think it's Wreath Designs. I just found her the other day, and this is going to be, it's kind of more like a tropical colors. We're going to do some bright colors. And I only had that in my shelf liner because I did not have Poly Burlap, so you would want Poly Burlap. What we're going to need, we're going to need a mat. You're going to need like a straight edge. We're going to need a rotary cutter. We'll need scissors. We're going to need a pliers and then a cutter. As you can see, here's my example. So it's going to put a vein down the middle. I don't know if you can see that. But it kind of is going to heat seal our fold. And then we're going to put that in the middle. So I didn't have any pieces to cut. Oh, also, I made this for the center. So this is with the some cording. I got some cording from Hobby Lobby. Oops, that was one of my pieces. It's called braided cord. So I was going to show you here. We're going to be using the colors we're going to be using. We're going to be using green. That's going to be our leaves. Our petals, we're going to be using yellow. We're going to be using orange, and we are going to be using the pink. I have a 12-inch wreath form. I already did the canvas and I already attached that to the middle. So I'm hoping my center of the flower is not going to be too large. If it is, then I'll just make a new one and I will post in the picture. And I am going to use my flat iron. So what I did, I cut my piece 10 by 10. So when you get your poly burlap will be 10 inches in length. So then you always want to, because we want a complete square, so whatever length you have in your poly burlap, some that have jute in them will come 10 and a half. So just be careful, measure that, and that's how you want it. The shelf liner comes 12 inches. So, but I just wanted to kind of keep with the size that you would be doing if you got the poly burlap instead of the shelf liner. Because I know a lot of people can't find the colored shelf liner, and I've had mine in my stash for a couple years. So I think this is the last roll of the pink that I had, and I think the last roll of the yellow that I had. I have a lot more rolls of orange. So if anybody wants an orange flower, you can, message me and I can get that made for you. So what I did, I cut my piece 10 by 10, and then what I did, I turned it in a diagonal, and then I cut this piece in half. So then you're going to have two triangle pieces. So this pink, actually, I don't know if you can see it on here. You can see it over here on the side. It actually has a design on it. So what I did, I'm going to use the back side. So you're going to need some parchment paper. And so what I did, so I'm going to fold the side that I'm not going to use. I'm going to fold it so it's on the inside. So we're going to want like a nice, as sharp as we can at the top. So I'm just going to put this in my, I tried my iron, and my iron didn't really work as well as my flat iron, my flat iron. So hopefully my flat iron will work tomorrow when I need to do my hair. You want the parchment paper to be on both sides, so you don't want it to be glued. So I can see if I do this at the angle, I can see where my, I don't know if you can see that, you can kind of see, you can see where the hot pad for the, now I'm just going to hold it for a second, and you can kind of see it's a little darker, so that means it's sealed. So then what I did, I just flipped it because my flat iron did not get all the way. So again, I'm just going to turn it a little bit on the side so I can kind of see it. Some of them I got a little crazy and they were a little wide, but as you can see, you can kind of see how dark it is. So that's where it melted. So then when we open it up, that's going to be our vein. Let me do that again. So we're taking our piece. I want the pretty side on the outside. So I'm going to fold it in half, stick it in my parchment paper. And again, if you have an iron, just do the same. Just kind of, you know, iron it along the edge. Like I said, it didn't work for me, so I tried my flat iron and it was a champ. Again, I just don't want to get too much, so I'm going to squeeze it. I have my my straightening iron, I have that at 310. I think that was the lowest setting I could get. And as you see, I'm not squeezing it very long. So, okay, I'm not squeezed, so now I'm going to squeeze it. And that's all I really kind of need. You can kind of see the dark color, and there it puts my vein in my petal. Okay, so let me shut that off. We don't need any more because I prepped all my sorry, I keep making noise with the parchment paper. So I have them all veined, so I have everything veined. So I just wanted you to see that. So I'm going to move that out of the way. So that you needed a cutting board. So what we're going to do, we're going to put, if you check out Carrie's, I found her on YouTube. So if you check out her YouTube channel, she put 3 leaves on each side. She also used, I'm going to show you this. She also used the Unique and the Creek board. So these are already this is a plastic, so it's great for outdoors. You can preload your zip ties in. I haven't used this yet, but I will, maybe one of my new flowers or something, I will try and use this board. But I did want to show you with the metal wreath form. So as you can see, the 12-inch is the same side. This is a small Unique in the Creek board. It's her original design. So we're going to use a 12-inch wreath form. I got my 8-inch zip ties. And like I said, I have my clipped already. So we're going to do 3. I think we're going to do our bars. We're going to call this 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 will be our inside. I think I'm going to do it on the second farthest out. So row 2, I'll put my zip tie. Like, see, it kind of, let's just try this out. So I want my zip tie at the bar. And then we'll do the petal fold. I just want to see. When you do this petal fold, it does kind of have like little wings that you can cut off. But that, oopsie, dropping my stuff. So I got my pliers here. So we can pull that tight, and then we'll do the fold. I just wanted to kind of show you where we're going to be working at that. Okay. So I got some green already done. So with the vein is going to be up. We're just going to pinch in the middle, and then we're going to go at least 3 times. So we're going to pinch once, twice. We're going to kind of gather. What you can do is, if you want, you can flip that end in so it doesn't stick out. You can flip it in and then just grab that in your last bunch. So see how it kind of ruffles? So 3 pinches. So we're going to pinch once there, pinch there. We'll flip that end in, and we'll call that And there you go. So that's gonna be our petal. So we're gonna just put 3 together on each side, like I said. And again, if you can't get colored shelf liner, don't worry. You can get colored Poly Burlap. I believe she used an emerald green for her. So let's do the petal fold again. Let's get our zip tie ready. So here we have our vein. So this is our triangle. I'm going to pinch the middle here. And then I'm going to do 3 pinches. I'm going to pinch once. Basically, we're gathering. Pinch again. We'll flip this side under. So you see it's not pointy anymore. And then we'll pull that in. Again, we're going to pinch. Pinch and gather. We're going to flip this side under. And then we're going to gather that all up. And that is our petal. Maybe 8-inch zip ties are not needed. Oh, yes, I have 2 pairs of clippers here, sorry. Okay, so that's going to be, and then I'll put 3 on the other side. And then we'll start our colors. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have all the green, 3 on each side. We're going to do the yellow. All the petals are going to be the same. I think I only have 10 petals, so we're going to have to, of the yellow, so we're going to have to make 10 work. Because this piece isn't, I don't think it was 10 wide. There's my little trusty little, oh this, no, because it was, this is only 9. So this is only 9. I guess if I have to, I might be able to squeeze a 9x9 in there and just, but we'll make the 10 work. So it's going to be the same petal fold. Again, like I said, I pre-prepped everything. Pinch in the middle. We're going to do 3 pinches, gathers, whatever you want to call them. So we're going to do 1, then we're going to do 1 in between. Remember this end, since it's straight, we're going to tuck it under and we're going to pinch it up. Pinch, gather, flip that end in. So now this one we're going to work, so we worked on the 2nd outer bar. This time we're going to work on the 3rd inner bar, or the 3rd bar. Let's see if I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to be like 1 or 2 short. We'll make it work. So again, so we're just gonna zip tie. Whoops, my little piece came undone. Flip that under. Get that gather up in there. So there's our first petal. So I have a whole mess over here folded up, ready to go. I'll put one here. Actually, I'm trying to think if we put it on the inner bar, because when I do another row here, that will cover that hardware, so I'm not worried about that. What it might not do is cover the metal frame. So you can use clothespins, or I got this pink clip at Dollar Tree. There was a whole bag of them from there. Okay, let me continue around. I'll let you know how many I used. Okay, here's what we have done so far. I did have to cut that 9-inch piece, so I did 9 by 9, and I did that. So if you are looking to make this wreath, you will need at least 2 rolls of yellow, and I think you're going to need 2 rolls of orange. Or if you cut the pieces maybe 9 by 9, your petals just won't go out as far. Or just do a smaller wreath frame. Do like a 10-inch maybe instead of a 12-inch. So here's what it looks like so far. Now we're going to do some orange. Let me do the petal fold one more time. So here's where we heat sealed. We gave it the vein. We're going to pinch that middle, and then we're going to do 3 pinch gathers. We're going to pinch and gather, pinch and gather. Remember, we flipped that end in and we pinched and gathered it up. Pinch and gather, pinch and gather. I'm going to flip this end under and gather it up. And that is our petal. So what I'm going to do here, I think I'm going to put it right below this inside wire. And I'm going to try to go in between the petals, the previous petals. So I think I'm just going to go maybe 2 spaces. I'm going to take 2 spaces. We're going to put that in there. Like I said before, I think I really like those 8-inch zip ties. They're really nice and smooth. They don't really hurt my hands too much pulling them in. If you get, like, see, this came out, you can always get your scissors. You know, you can trim some of these off. See, like I have one up here, this yellow one that kind of is a flyaway. You can just trim that off. So, you know, we just trim that off. Same with this one. Just be careful of what you're cutting. So I used, what do we use? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we used 12 on that second from the outside row. And now we're going to go inside, right below this bottom ring. So like I said, we're going to just try and do it. I'm not too worried about the orange because I do have more rolls of orange. It's just the pink and the yellow, I only had 1 roll of each. So I got some over here already prepped and folded. Now you can use your pliers to tighten that down. That's going to look cute. And then we're going to put pink. So I have the pink. I'll have to get some folded, but then we're going to do the pink. The pink is thinner. The pink and the green are thinner. The yellow and the orange are thicker shelf liner. So let me go do the orange and we'll see what we ended up with. Okay, here's what we have done so far. We used 2, 4, 6, 8. We used 10 of the orange. So you're going to need, because if you cut them 10 inches, like I said, you're going to need more than 1 roll. Or just do a 10-inch wreath form. And then it'll just make your wreath smaller. Let's lay it on the board and see how big it's going to be. So tip to tip is around 21 inches. So it'll be like a 21-inch wreath. Okay, let's do the fold one more time. So again, this is just the Dean Michael fold. We just added the vein by melting the center fold. So we're gonna, pinch the middle. So we're gonna do 3 pinch gathers. So we're gonna do 1 gather, pinch, gather, pinch. Remember, we're flipping that under and gather. Pinch and gather, pinch and gather, flip that under, and pinch. I'm going to clip this. I think I'm going to put, because the pink is a little more see-through, I'm going to put as close, my zip tie as close to the bottom of these orange where they ended. Sorry, my dog now is howling. Little interest to my video. Her name is Lily. She's spoiled. We had 3. We were 3 dogs. Now we're down to 1. So she is spoiled. So like I said, again, I'm just going to do right below the orange, and I think I may even overlap these a little. Then that way I know I'm getting like good coverage on the orange. Because again, the whole idea, you want to cover your mechanics on the previous row. Just make sure your zip tie is right here. Yeah, I'm just going through like 2 spaces apart on my zip tie. And I think I will have enough. I think I even might have 1 or more extra, so I'm not too worried about overlapping a little. Okay, so let me finish this off and I'll be back to show you what it looks like. Okay, here's what we have done. Looking really super cute. So we did 2, 4, 6, 8. So we have 10 petals. And that's what you get if you cut them 10 by 10. That's what you're going to get out of 1 roll of the shelf liner. If you do make this wreath with poly burlap, you should be fine with probably a half a roll. So here's what we have. Then here's the center that I made. So what I'm going to do, so again, this is just cording on those. Okay, let's finish this up. Sorry, my battery died right when I was putting in my center. So this is the center I did with poly cording. I got it at Hobby Lobby. I just ended it back here, hot glued, stuck my pipe cleaner in, secured them with some straight T-pins. So again, like I said, what you kind of want to do is you want to make sure that your mechanics are hidden. So I just want to make sure that I'm hiding where my zip ties were. I'm just gonna twist that a couple times. You can cut that off or just stick them down in the hole. I'm just playing with some of these. I want to cover because I can kind of see the orange below. But that's what we have. Hope you enjoyed. You could follow me. You can check me out on Facebook. Any of my flower wreaths or anything that I make, I sell. I sell right now on my Facebook business page. I am just getting started on Pinterest and Instagram. Everything is all the same name, Craft Creations by Kathy. So you'll be watching this on YouTube. So I would appreciate it if you subscribed, give it a thumbs up so you can see more how-to videos. Have a good evening.